Thank you.
Welcome, welcome.
Hi, welcome. I'm looking down at my dog.
Sparky is in the house.
Brett is in the house, and he got up to go to the door because I know he hears people coming out of a yoga class. I didn't want him to bark. So I'm calling him over and making sure he lies down right here in his little bed. Spark, good
That's
boy.
our little.
Lay down. No, seriously, down.
Seriously.
Good.
My cat hasn't joined us yet, but he starts
Good
meowing. You'll hear her.
Yeah, cool. So, hi, everybody, and welcome.
Welcome.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever
Good
time
night.
you're actually joining us. Good night.
Yeah. How is your Tuesday going? Oh boy, I woke up this morning and
Sounds like the beginning of a song.
I woke up this morning and I knew that I was having these really complex dreams. I couldn't remember anything, but I was just kind of like, oh, thank goodness that's done. I didn't know I didn't know what it was, but then I did meditate and I just feel really good today. I just love it
Yay!
when I wake up and I feel so good, and
Given
so
what's
anyway,
happened with your health this last 4 months, that's amazing.
yeah, that's like huge.
5 months,
So
there it is. Yeah.
I'm happy. I'm
I'm
happy.
happy that you feel so good. Holy
I
smokes,
know.
that's great. For
I
anybody who doesn't
know.
know it, poor Linnea, her body's been through the mill. It's been
Yeah.
COVID. She can't do Paxlovid. So
Right.
really like not good COVID. Did
Mhm.
not get her in the hospital, but like just a breath shy of that. Oh, pretty fun.
Yeah.
Okay. And she had RSV, and she had bronchitis and had back issues. And it's like, oh my God. And
I
all
know. It's like,
it and overlapping and oh my goodness. So just months of body rearranging for health that she has so patiently needed to just go through one beat after the next beat after the next beat. And because these things were overlapped, her body was just having to process so much. And now, very inspirational, she has quit sugar and her
yep,
body's detoxing from that because it
yep,
is an addiction.
yeah. And that's fine. I can deal with that, that stuff. So,
Gail Ann, oh my gosh, hi.
hi.
What a beautiful thing to see your name here. I would love to see you. Really, really just nice to know that you're part of this. Thank you. Awesome, awesome. And hi, Billy. Yes, yay. Thanks
From
for you.
YouTube.
Yeah. Coming from every direction, I think, on Bill's side. Okay, so our topic today is write the book of your life. And then there's a subtitle, which is so it's write the book of your life or write the screenplay if you prefer. So Linnea is really into movies.
I'm all about movies.
All about movies. Okay.
Keep
And she can say who starred and whatever.
quiet.
I'm happy if I remember a title. Okay. So yeah, however you want to look at it, it's your story. That's the deal. It's your story.
Yep.
So what is it to actually do that? And no wonder I have such frustration today with these communications. Holy smoke, of course. Boop, boop, boop. So whenever you create this next piece of your evolvement, me, my evolvement. I'll talk about me in this point, but I see it with everybody. The exact opposite of it will appear. And it really gives us a galvanizing opportunity to literally be who it is we have created ourselves to be. So I literally just a few minutes ago was in a conversation with this, oh my God, exquisite beyond measure woman whom I love and respect and admire, frankly. And she has extraordinary dignity and intelligence. And
I think
she's
she's the original Wonder Woman.
in many ways, But she's really a class act in a lot of really good ways. Okay. That being said, I was laughing. Linnea and Bill and I were talking just before this, and I'm frustrated because I can see how she can make her life so much easier, and in making her life so much easier, it would free her up to actually have and do the things that she really wants to have and do.
Yeah.
And the thing that was frustrating me is that she's resisting everything I was offering and saying, like everything I was offering and saying. It was amazing to me. And I've also for me, frustrating. And then all of a sudden when I was talking to Bill and Linnea, it was very funny to me. It was like, oh my God, the view from my high horse is perfect. If everybody would just do exactly what I tell them to do, their lives would be so much easier. And I'm guessing
parents have said that or thought that when they're with their children too.
Right. With our kids, with our best friends, even the other people. It's like, you can even extrapolate it to people we don't even know. It's like, honestly, if Putin would just do what we tell Putin to do, the whole world would be better.
Exactly. What's the problem here?
Yeah, what is wrong with all these people not doing life my way? I can see that. Wow.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yep.
But I agree, Liora. I think we should all be listening to you.
Oh no, because you want me to listen to you. I know how this works.
Yeah.
So I really want to, inside this subject, it was suddenly like kabloom, yay! I understand the frustration that I'm sitting here in this holier than thou kind of seat of self-righteousness, thinking I know what's better and best and more workable and fixable for anybody else. And if they would only blah, 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 their lives would be so amazing. And take a look and go, everything's a mirror. Everything's a mirror. Inside of writing the book of my life, the very advice that I was giving to my friend, I have done a little bit of it, and it really has made my life much better doing that. It's like if I took that and extrapolated it and did that kind of something in all areas of my life, oh my gosh, the freedom that would be there, the expansiveness that would be there. And the very thing that I am looking to create right now for me is to, in fact, expand my beingness more than it is so far, for really literally being able to affect the world in a zoetic way that would make more love available, more life available, more harmony, more peace. I feel like Miss Congeniality. I want world peace. And I really do. I mean, that's the truth. I really, really, really do. And so it's, who do I need to be for that? Means taking on the very coaching that I was giving to my friend for me. There's nobody out there. We're back to that again, right? So I think that I'm at this point where I can see there's literally no I coach a lot. That's part of what I do in Zoetic. A lot of coaching. Almost the entire leadership team, actually. And we have so it's like 13 other people. And I coach all but 2. And so I'm finding the more that it's one of the beauties, I think, and part of the magic in coaching, which we've talked about for so many years, is that when we coach somebody, frequently the coaching is for ourselves, even though it looks like it's for somebody else. And inside of there's nobody out there, if I write consciously the book of my life, then I'm aware that the coaching I provide to anybody is going to really, truly be the coaching for this, because you and I cannot perceive what there is out there, quote unquote, out there. We can only perceive that which we are. We cannot and do not perceive that which we are not. So if all that can be perceived is that which you are, when I'm coaching, all that I can perceive is that which I am. I cannot and do not perceive that which I am not, and the same is true for everybody, then what I see or what I recognize is me. That's the coaching that's provided is in fact provided for me to have this incredible opportunity to work on this vehicle, this channel, this vessel in a way that can expand and evolve this not just the body that I'm inhabiting, but the being that's inhabiting this body, because I'm doing this. So it's not about although it's about the being that can affect the body. So it's like, how does this being take care of the body it inhabits, like that? But it's really this being. How can I take all of the coaching that I provide on in a way that evolves this beingness? Whew. And thereby write this book that is my life, quote unquote, but it is. I get to own this. I get to be responsible for this.
Yeah.
And you get to be responsible for yours. I actually can't be responsible for yours, no matter how much I think I know what's best for you. Okay, that was a whole thought form with a lot of components to it. Linnea, you're up.
Brilliant. That was brilliant. I was just thinking that, when I think about writing the screenplay of my life,
Yeah.
how would that look? Of course, I have all these grandiose ideas, but in looking back on my life, the things that happened that weren't expected, that it's like we Chuck and I used to do weekends for engaged couples, and one of the things we used to say, and whether you believe in God or universe or whatever it is, we used to say there's three plans that you always have. You have my plan, we have our plan, and then there's God's plan or the universe plan. And you know what? The only one that really counts is the universe plan, because all that other stuff we can plan for anything, and then it's like, well, so what? Stuff, things will happen. One of the joys in my life are the surprises that do happen. One of the things that popped up when you were talking was I had all these plans when I was in high school. I was going to go away to school, and I was going to study music. I had all these plans doing this, and that did not happen. There was some circumstances that came up that didn't happen. And for a long time, I was like, kind of depressed about that, upset about that, until years later, did I did this program that transformed my life. It was called the S training. It was so controversial. For those of you that are like in our age group will probably remember it. But all of a sudden I started to get that instead of thinking of my life that I have to just handle what comes along, I can actually say how it's going to go. And even in the saying of how it's going to go, or in the saying of I'm writing my screenplay, there will be surprises. There will be things that open up that weren't expected. And that's when you go, okay, that's when I say, what am I supposed to see here? What am I supposed to be doing with this? What should I do with this? I still have choice in the matter. That's the brilliant thing about us being on this planet. We have choice. It is miraculous. It is when you really get that. When I really get that, I'm like, oh my God, I have choice. And I couldn't in my early 20s have written how my life looks today, because it's way better than I would have thought it was going to be.
Yep. Not only is your life better than you would have designed, but you are better than you ever thought imaginable.
Yeah.
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 There were a couple of things that came up for me when you were talking, which is I used to be in theater. For anybody who's listening and doesn't know that, I used to be in theater for a long time. And I was thinking about two parts of it. One, there's a script. I mean, there's a format. We follow a script. And, screenplay, book, we're writing all this. But when you're performing in a role, the script is given to you. What's really amazing with a new a new show. I can't tell you how many times that where the script itself got rewritten as a result of things that would happen in rehearsal. So characters that were worked on would evolve as we were rehearsing, and there would be sometimes things that came out of somebody's mouth. It included me at times, where it wasn't what was in the script, but it was just really what there was to say as that character. And it was like in rehearsal was a bit of a showstopper, like, whoa, where did that come from? And the playwright is frequently at rehearsals for new shows, and or the director at the very least is there, and he or she would take a note and go, that's really what belongs there, and it would get rewritten on the spot as a result of that. And the other part of that in theater, of course, is doing improv, because it's always like a surprise each time, like what's happening now, and the ability to act and react or respond in terms of what's there in that moment, which is a little bit closer to life. But it's like what's being called forth, and it allows it really, there's an allowing in there of being inventive moment by moment. And in improv, it requires that. That's actually our lives. That one's closer for how we live our life. It's constant that we're being thrown, whatever we're being thrown, by another person, by the universe, by whatever, by our own selves. Like, I just had this thought. I can't believe I just had this thought. Holy smoke, never had that thought before. And how are you, how am I responding or reacting to that event, to that person, to our own beings, to our own selves? So we get choice, just like you said, Linnea. We have choice in the matter. In the moment, do we act? Do we react? Do we respond? Do we just take it in and let it dance through our systems until we have what it is that we choose to put forth? So it comes to that we're creating literally all the time. Thoughts are creations. Thoughts are creations. I don't think I could ever say that enough. Thoughts are creations. Thoughts are creations. I love the work that Mike Dooley does with Tut. And he says thoughts are things, but for me, it's thoughts are creations. Thoughts are and at all moments, at all times, you and I are creating. And the question then is, are you consciously creating or unconsciously creating? In reality, if you do not consciously choose, you will be unconsciously used. That is how it goes. If you do not consciously choose, you are unconsciously used. And those moments of whatever it is that's coming up, those thoughts, bidden and unbidden, created, honed, not just reactive, coming from some past emotional DNA or whatever your own personal history is, or coming from something that you let sit in you and allow to formulate and actually have conscious crafting in formulating, then what happens from that is consciously choosing what I am putting out into our world. It ceases to be an I or a me, and it is we always. Literally ceases to be me, is we always. It is inside this being one. You and I are co-creating our worlds individually and collectively, literally all the time. We're writing our book or our screenplay. Constantly.
My kids had a game. Your kids probably had a game similar. You played a game like this where you would start a story, and and then you would just pass it around. Everybody would add to the story, and there was the game was actually so that you could actually write it all out and then speak it. Then speak this. But it was great because it would give you choices like, okay, the next step is going to be dangerous, or it's going to be exciting, or it's going to be fun, and you could just pick. Oh, I want to go into the dangerous or go get risky or whatever. But it is, when you said improv, it just tickles me. It just makes me laugh because really, so much of our lives are improv.
It is. And then here's the other piece of this. It's the match. And so I just today, for the first time, started looking at life like being this book, because we're talking about a book. And if you look at it like a book, but right here, this piece of it is hinged. They are not necessarily together, but they have been joined together. We can unhinge. We can literally unhinge. but it is hinged. And that connectiveness gives us incredible power. So on one side, it's everything we've been talking about, but the other side of it is actually creating it in a way that has planning. So to give an example, I'm just going to give this example. I have a toilet article kit. It took me a long time to find one that I really, really, really like, that works. It's big enough, that's sturdy enough, that holds up and holds everything I want it to hold, and is also compact, like folds up in a way that's amazing. So I love my toilet article kit. And I went out to Target, okay, and bought all of the travel size bottles and varying sizes, whatever, because you can't, at least the products I have, I can't always get in travel size. And filled them up. And I used to do this another way, but what I do now is when I come home from a trip, I refill all of those containers so they're just ready to go, close up my toilet article kit, and I put it away with the suitcases where it lives. And then when it's time for me to go, all I have to do is pick it up and pack it. It's done. And I started thinking about how we can do this with our lives, with our homes, with our beings, is actually having that kind of preparedness. In reality, there are times when I will take a trip where that toilet article kit, it's a long enough trip. Like I was gone for 3 weeks this summer. That wasn't going to hold me. I needed to bring bigger containers, or a lot more small containers. I just packed bigger containers. So that toilet article kit wasn't sufficient. The trip and the length of time being gone was requiring more than what I'm typically prepared for. Doesn't this sound like life? Right? But when I go away for a weekend, or even like for 5 days, what's in that toilet article kit? That'll do. And so it's ready, and I use it, and then I make it ready again. So if I look at this in life, and I'm looking at this for me personally right now, then this is a whole new way for me to be able to face life, whether it's, I have 2 people coming over, God bless, on Saturday, helping me to unearth my basement. Somebody said, do they really need a shovel? And I said, yes. But then I was assured, no, it's really not that bad. In my world, it's
not that bad.
But there's so much in there that I no longer need, that really just needs to be given away. I mean, whatever charity you use, these are your friends, these charities, right? These things will help a lot of people where I don't need them. I don't need 3 sets of suitcases. It's just me. Okay. So, I don't need all of the bedding that I have had with my children since they were literally infants. I don't need this anymore. Some of it I want to keep, hoping that I have grandchildren, but some of it, not so much. I really just don't need it. And nobody in my family does. So I look at this and I think there's a way of getting rid of. I mean, I love purging, to be really honest with you. I love throwing things out. And I have a rule for when I clean things out. It's 3 things. It's either put it away, give it away, or throw it away. And those are the only 3 choices. If I haven't repaired it yet in all these years, it's not likely that I'm going to. Or if I am going to, I have to do it right then on the spot and then put it away. But for the most part, it's not that. It's just put it away, give it away, throw it away. And so if I take that and look at that as a me, as a being, as a who I am creating in the book of my life, or the screenplay of my life, I get to do the same thing. I literally get to either put it away, give it away, or throw it away. And if it's no longer something that I am holding, it opens up a space, like cleaning out my basement will be opening up space to just breathe. And in that breathing room is a personal expansion of being that gives you and me space to create. This is going to go full circle, to literally create. Who are you now? And what's next for you or me, whoever it is? Writing the books of our lives, writing the screenplays of our lives.
Yeah. Awesome.
Okay. Bill said, so is that exercise we do at integration about designing the future, outlining the chapter titles to the book? I'm not sure. Linnea, you want to field that? I think he's talking about structures.
Yeah, when you have all those structures, um, I think the structures that we create around, all the different areas of our life contribute to the chapters. I don't think they're chapter titles. I think there's so much of that involved, ongoingly. I look at writing a book or writing the screenplay of my life as um, this, all inclusive. Everything is all, kind of flows inside of the storytelling of it. So, and that's the other thing that I love is the storytelling, because and what makes me laugh is that anything that has happened to us or our history, whatever it may be, turns into a story. It becomes a story. And, it might get embellished a little and, but why not? Why not? Um, but it really is the wonder of
Mm.
what's going to happen. Like, I wonder what this year is going to bring, but I know that I'm also creating, this is the year of healthy joy, just really that's the overview, but I wonder what's going to happen. I
There
wonder.
are so many people I know, I'm in the hopper too, who are just so glad 2022 is over and 2023 began. I'm amazed. It's like people are just excited. They don't even know what they're excited for or excited about. They're just excited that it's 2023.
I
And they're just like
know.
happy 2022 is over and excited that 2023 is here. And who knows? It's really like, I'm like, do you have any idea what you're excited about? And people are like, nope, I'm just really glad that we're in 2023. It's very present, by the way.
Yeah,
It's like, so, and
it
I'm in
is.
the same boat. I feel exactly that way too.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
So,
ready to be radically amazed at every
yeah.
moment.
Come on, bring it on.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, and what is it? Oh, that no, and I'm trying to remember. I'm like going blank now. But really, the adventure is being alive. The adventure is just living life, and how fun to be able to say, oh, I wonder, or um, to create. Like, thoughts are creation. Like, and so inside of that wonder, anything can happen. Anything.
I wonder what can be created next. I
Yeah.
wonder, and to bring it really more into how it genuinely goes, is I wonder what can be created now. I wonder what can be created now. Imagine going into a boardroom or a conference room, wherever it is you work, or if you're a healthcare provider going in with a patient, or if you are Gail Ann, she does hair. What if you have your next person that you're cutting hair for? Wonder what you can create now. Like I could say she's an artist. I mean, in my world, I think Gail Ann's an artist, and so it's just literally that, being an artist in life.
Ah, that's nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
where your medium is, what we all have is life. Writing the book or the screenplay or painting the canvas or cutting the origami of your life.
Singing, dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With or without rain.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Beautiful. Okay.
I actually feel like we could just keep talking all day, but we are out of time. We need to do a meditation. So I don't know. Do you want to do it? Do you want me to do it? I'm kind of like,
You do it.
I'm doing it.
You're doing it.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's find out what gets created.
We're creating it in the moment.
This is totally channeling created for you. And
Okay.
thank you for the opportunity and the blessing and the privilege of being able to, it's really co-creating, because whoever is out there, I guarantee you, whether you realize it or not, whatever gets pulled through me, it's really for you and from you. And so whatever it is that comes through me, It's from you. It's really, this is you to you. So thanks to the universe, thank you to you, and let's see what comes out. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
All right. So if you wear glasses, take them off and get your body settled. And again, let me just start this again. I'm so sorry. Okay, welcome to today's meditation, which is about creating the book of your life, creating the screenplay of your life, creating the art of your life, the song, the dance, the origami. It's really about creating your life. So, writing the book or the screenplay of your life. Again, if you wear glasses, take them off. Just unencumber your face and get your body so that it's really genuinely comfortable. And to do that, it means having your body really and genuinely well supported. If you are sitting or lying down, you could be in a chair, you could be on a settee or a bed or a floor. Whatever it is that you are doing that actually has you fully supported. And make sure that your body is supported in all kinds of places: your head, your neck, your shoulders, arms, torso, your back, your lower back, your hips, your thighs, knees, behind your knees, calves, ankles, feet. And breathe. Breathe in and breathe out. Letting your body sink into the very surfaces that are supporting your body. And let your body go. Notice if you are holding on anywhere, or you go to your toes, relax your toes. Go to your arches and feet and ankles, and just release everything there. Allow your attention to go to your shins and calves, your knees and your thighs. And now just let everything go in those legs. Allow your concentration to move to your pelvic floor, abdomen, lower back, hips, belly, and just let everything go there. Bring your focus to your waist, front, sides, back, inside, and outside, and the upper part of your digestive system, from the diaphragm down to your waist, and make that three-dimensional all the way through your body and the outside of your body there, and let all that go. Bring your focus now to the upper part of your torso, from the diaphragm to the base of your neck, including your heart and lungs, ribs, front, sides, and back, that part of your back, shoulder blades, that whole thoracic area. And bring it again down to your shoulders and upper arms, your armpits, elbows, forearms, wrists, hands, and fingers. And now just let all of that go. Let it sink into whatever surface is supporting you. And now your neck and throat, your jaw, your mouth, your skull and the flesh around your skull, even your ears, all the way to the top of your head. It may as well include your hair. And just let all of that go. Breathe that in. Breathe that out. And this time when you breathe in, breathe pure white light in from all directions around you at the same time, all the way around, top, bottom, sides, front, back, all of the angles, all of the roundnesses, pure white light coming into the entirety of your system, filling you entirely with pure white light. From the tips of your hair to the tips of your fingers, to the tips of your toes, completely filled with pure white light. Exhale and just let all of that go. Any direction out of you is fine. There's no particular right or wrong direction, just breathing out as you have breathed in, kind of in every which way. And one more time, breathing in pure white light omnidirectionally from everywhere, above you, below you, in front of you, behind you, through your sides, through all of it, angles, roundnesses, curves, angles. Breathing in, all of you completely filled with pure white light from the smallest aspect of you, smaller than our gauges can measure so far, all the way out to beyond your skin, all part of you, all filled with pure white light. And exhale, releasing that in all directions. And one more time, breathing in entirely, breathing out entirely. Surround the whole of yourself with pure white light, covering yourself entirely, covering every nook, every cranny, every crevice, all of the angles, indentations, roundnesses, everything filled with and covered with pure white light. Now, as you breathe in, be aware that you get to take in any aspect of all that is through you. And be aware that as you breathe out, you get to give out all that is you. That which is sacred or holy or divine lives both within you and without. It is for you to take that in. Breathe that in. It is for you to give that out. Breathe that out. Divinity in, divinity out. Sacredness in, sacredness out. And inside the quiet that resides, always, always lives the opportunity to create. In conscious choosing, create you. Who is it that you are? As a creation, as a conscious creation, plucking from all that is that which you design, not how, only what, which is really only who. And that who is you. And breathe that in and breathe that out. And find yourself going deeper and deeper into your own consciousness, recognizing as you do so that you are going more and more into minutiae, where in fact all that is divine lives. And just let yourself be as that which you have created. Recognize that you are the space in which creation takes place. You are the creator and the creation. The book of your life is written by you. And gently, lovingly breathe that into the center of your being. And gently, lovingly breathe that out into the world.
Oh, that was wonderful. Wow. Thank you.
Thank you. There's somebody from Zoetic saying wonderful thanks. It's also on Facebook, but I don't know who. Somebody on the Facebook page. And there's Chuck saying nice, quiet thanks. Is there anything? You're welcome. Thank you. I'm so grateful. Really. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm going to do that one again.
Yeah. Well, maybe we can upload this one, Bill. I'm sure we'll be able to do that so we can get it to Insight Timer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And,
it's lovely.
And then we can do it again and again and again. All right. So the message for today, that's Bill, I guess. There's a mindfulness to go forward with from here. You cannot unknow that you are creating you every moment. Yeah. And that ups the ante in responsibility. It might seem like, oh my God, but it's really what it also does is up the ante in freedom and creation.
Yeah.
So this is creating you, writing the screenplay or the book of your life. We get to do this every single moment, always. Wow. What an incredible opportunity we have moment by moment. Yeah.
I do.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us.
We love you so much.
Oh my goodness, more than we could possibly say. Love is so much bigger than words can say.
Absolutely.
So, thank you.
Okay, till next time.
We'll see you next